what's up, everybody? Look, man, it's Fred. Y'all subscribe, FanView Live. Let's get to the point of this video. Lakers Clippers. Great opening night in NBA. Give it up to Kawhi. 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Lou Williams looked like he could win a fourth six-man in the Warrior. Patrick Beverly being Patrick Beverly. Feisty, hustle on defense. Montrezl Harrell was stepping up big for them. But this video is about the goddamn Lakers. Lake Show. Where you at? Tell y'all what I saw. LeBron James, point guard. Let me clear this up for everybody. There will be an adjustment period. LeBron James, for the past 15, 16 seasons, has played the wing in the NBA. Is he a great passer? No doubt. But point guard is more than just being the passer. Point guard is about tempo and pace. Can LeBron James be a permanent point guard? It didn't look like that. Can he play it some? Can he play it sparingly? Can he come in and give you 5 minutes at point guard? Sure. Because he can control the offense. But can he be a permanent point guard? Last night, it didn't look like it. There will be an adjustment period for LeBron James playing point guard. There's more to point guard than just passing. It's tempo, it's pace. He didn't look like he had the tempo or the pace to play point guard. Especially in the second half. The second half, pace was all Clippers. Now let me help y'all else understand something about the Lakers throughout this season. Because first and foremost, there are a lot of people on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Stop making excuses for LeBron. Stop this, stop that. He's the best player in the world. All of this. Here's the reality, folks. For the next 81 regular season games for the Lakers, you're about to watch Anthony Davis become that team's best player. You saw it last night. I saw it last night. He's their team's best player. LeBron James can be the best leader that the Lakers are going to need to try to get to a NBA Finals. But he's not going to be their best player anymore. That you will start to see that become Anthony Davis. If you haven't watched the game last night, give it to by Christmas. You'll start to see it. If you don't see it by the All-Star break, you need contact. And if you don't see it by May, you need LASIK surgery. That's what you're going to need to see, that Anthony Davis will become the Lakers' best player. LeBron James will be their leader, their best leader, along with guys like Rajon Rondo. But he won't be the team's best player anymore. Won't happen. That's going to become Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis last night, to me, let's just put it out there. You know, he had his 25 points, get 10 rebounds. Him and his backcourt, him and his front court going to step it up. Too many rebounds by the Clippers. Too many offensive rebounds by the Clippers. Period. That's what helped the Clippers win. Hustle plays. Too many offensive rebounds by the Clippers. Too many Patrick Beverly offensive rebounds. The Lakers want to look finesse. And when reality is, they're going to have to tangle with some teams. They're going to have to get scrappy with some teams. You're not going to beat the Clippers in a finesse way. They're a scrappy team. And they didn't have Paul George last night. Wait till they get Paul George back, another defensive all-star who can score 30 points at will. Another top 10 player in this league. Did I expect the Lakers to win? The fan in me probably says, possibly, if they don't have Paul George. because you're down Rondo and Kyle Kuzma. So they both were down players that were needed to, help impact the game. But when you have a LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and their all-star typically with last night was Kawhi Leonard, and the next man up was Lou Williams, I think that tandem should be able to outperform that tandem. But again, LeBron James playing point guard is going to be an adjustment. He's going to have to learn how to push pace and push tempo if he's going to be a permanent point guard in this league. He looked out of sync, especially in the second half. He looked out of position in the second half. He didn't know if he wanted to go back and play the wing. He didn't know if he wanted to go back and try to facilitate. Out of sync. And it's going to take some time for the adjustment. When Kyle Kuzma come back, will Kyle Kuzma be the Lakers wing and LeBron James be becoming permanent point guard? The guys on TNT said something that I really agree with. Right now, it looks like a permanent point guard is not his position. It doesn't look like it. Now, I'm not going to be the guy that says, hey, listen, just go bail on that experiment. What I am going to say is I'll give about 10 or 15 games because I think the Lakers are going to be above 500 in 15 games. I think the Lakers will probably be 10-5 if they had to play 15 games. See what it looks like. If you think he's not making the adjustment, then he needs to go back to the wing. Again, being a great passer doesn't mean you're going to be a good point guard. And it's starting to look like he's moving to the point guard position because he's looking like a liability on the defensive end. I'm going to just keep it 1,000 because I'm a LeBron fan. I'm going to keep it 1,000. He's looking like a liability on the defensive end at the wing. Couldn't stop Kawhi in the second half. Couldn't stop him in the first half. First half, I think he had like 17-some points. Second half, he comes out there and still beats Kawhi Leonard when it counted the most. So if you're a Lakers fan, there's nothing to worry about. There's no, hey, there's going to be a lot of media talking about the Lakers this morning, talking about LeBron James. The fact of the matter is this. After the next 81 games, Anthony Davis will be that team's best player. Period. The title of LeBron James being the NBA's best player, we're not about to watch this season. He'll still be a top 5, top 7 player. Undoubtedly. But he won't be his team's best player. No. We're not about to watch that. That's not going to be the case for the Lakers. At all. And the Lakers and Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd are going to have to figure out if LeBron James can be a permanent point guard for this team. After game 1, it doesn't look like it. I don't know if LeBron James can play 35, 37 minutes of point guard. But I'm holding him more accountable for his production because he considers himself to be the best in the world. So there's no excuses with me as a fan. Step your game up. Got the 18 points and the 9 rebounds and the 8 assists. It looks good on a stat sheet. But when you watch the game, you had an atrocious second half. You looked like a liability on defense. Just keeping it 1,000. Man, listen, subscribe to this FanView Live page, man, for more videos, man. We appreciate it. And don't forget to sit down Thursday night with us as we break down more of our sports. It's FanView Fred. Check it out.